Greetings and blessed love, everyone. I'm the Rastapreneur. Welcome to Reasoning with the Rastapreneur, the artist series. This is episode number 4, where we take a deeper dive. We call it an interview into the lives, the stories of some of the world's most artistically talented individuals, whether it's a reggae artist, a leader within our Rastafari community, or a voice of influence within our African culture or community. We're here to sit down, have a reasoning, give you a deeper view into their world, their dreams, their passions, their goals. Hopefully it will inspire the INM to become supporters in every facet, not just in the music, but in life beyond music, because that's what we're here to talk about too. Sometimes the reason just stay about the music, but I like to get beyond. That's why we call this an interview. So with no further delay, we're going to get into episode number 4 of Reasoning with the Rastapreneur Artist Series, where I'm joined to be joined by none other than Tuff Like Iron. Empress, bless up, give thanks.
Blessings, Rastapreneur, my brother. You know, I'm a Rastapreneur too. Big up yourself. I love the name. Rastafari jams, the whole thing. You know what I mean? Just big up yourself every time. Big up to all the supporters.
Yeah, man, we know it. We've been checked. So,
um,
I like to actually give the floor before we even start the interview. If there's anything just you want the people them to know before we start getting into our reason, you know?
Well, even just based on what you were saying, I want everybody to know that I'm a musical artist, but I'm also just a creative person, you know? I'm all about the community. I'm all about the people, you know what I mean? So I'm also a community activist as well. And we do, you know, as much as we can to support the people and artists and the youths, them and the queens. That's what it's all about, you know what I mean? Each one build up one, iron sharpen iron. This is it.
You know yes, I Tough Like Iron. So she actually led I to actually my first question, which was actually the name. You know, come I always feel like once have a dream, they have a dream. We're gonna get into what inspired the eye to music, but when you get into music, everyone's trying to figure out what name you're gonna set forward and what that means to me, because your name basically as an artist represents what story you're telling and what you stand for in that regard. And so when we think like Tough Like Iron, we think of strength through I talk about this in my last reason, but strength through adversity. Is that what that come from?
That's exactly what it's about, King. Strength through adversity is the perfect way to put it, you know? It's just certain things that we go through in life, challenges, you know, we have to rise above. We have to be stronger. We have to find ways to be better and just show up and do our best. So that's what Tough Like Iron, the name is all about. That's what the brand is all about. It's really a movement, you know what I mean? It's really a movement. So I'm grateful to be able to share my creativity and my mission and, you know, some motivation hopefully and some inspiration with the world. And that's what Tough Like Iron is all about, you know, inspiring myself to be my best and to stay strong and to, you know, show up and do the best job that I can, and hopefully it can inspire some others too. So that's our mission. That's what we're here for. So the name Tough Like Iron, you know, I've had it for a long time. A lot of times people seem like they're surprised that a sistren could be called tough Like Iron, or they think when they hear Tough Like Iron, they think it's a man supposed to be showing up, or when they say, you tough, you don't look tough, and them start like them want test me. Why they can't test the toughness, cause the toughness certified, okay? So I recently made a little post about it on my story, on my Instagram, just talking about my past a little bit. And the truth is, I was grew up in a kind of domestic violence household where, you know, I had a stepfather one of those stepfathers who really like to step on people. And, you know, it's something that I'm not proud of. I don't really like to talk about it, but, you know, it's a part of the journey, and that's a part of one of the obstacles that I had to face as a young person and rise above. So I had this person in my life who was very violent and negative, and then at 14, my mom actually moved away, so I was on my own. And as a young girl, you know, a young teenage girl, anything could happen to you. You could get susceptible to, you know, drugs, violence, you know, that somebody can kidnap you, anything can happen. So the Most High bless me and protect me, because clearly the Most High have a plan for me, and I'm joyful and I'm grateful, and, you know, I'm glad to be here, and I'm tough. So don't try to test me, okay? All right?
Yeah, I'm just understanding your story. You're a mother, right?
I have 2 wonderful sons. Big up to my nice, good son them. I have Vegan Kitchen, you know, and One Toad. One Toad, you might not know One Toad yet, but he's on the rise. Just look out for One Toad. He's very creative. He does stop motion animation, claymation, voiceovers. He writes his own stories and books and stuff. The man I go on with things. But Aya Vegan Kitchen right now, we have to highlight Aya Vegan Kitchen. Big up to Aya. We have our first cookbook, Aya Vegan Cookbook Volume 1. It's out now on Amazon and on his website. So check it out. He was recently on ER with Anthony Miller. Hello. The man famous. Okay. So yeah, ITAL is vital and ITAL is viral. That is it. That's how we're living.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're
So
great.
it's like you have to show them that you're tough. I mean, when we talk about again tough again, it's that strength because enough men feel like strength in them eyes is overpowering something. For the eye, through my revelation, through Josh, showed me strength is standing firm.
Right, being strong is like being a strong tree planted by the rivers. And there might be storms, and there might be lightning, and different things might come and shake you a little bit, and you have to sway in the breeze, and you have to just be strong and never give up, and never fall down, and never surrender. So when people think strength and toughness, for some reason they tend to think men, but women are very strong. Remember, we create a life inside of our body, with the help of the man. We not left him out, but inside of our body, a person grow, and then we have to bring them into the world. That's not an easy task. So never you see a woman and feel like she's weak, okay? Because we're very strong. We're tough, like iron, certified. Dot, dot, dot.
You lead me to my next one. So with that, it's being strong in this music. So you have a message in the music. You have a message to tell your son. You're picking them, so they grew up and be a certain
Yes,
way.
but yeah, man, to big up Aya once again. He's got the cookbook out now. He's inspiring people to eat healthier and be healthier, which is great. We need that in our community. We need to heal our community with, good food and good meditations and just goodness. We need more goodness, so be your goodness in cook and goodness in the cookbook. So make sure you check it out. And, big up to all the youths, them. He's changing the world one dinner at a time. So enough love and respect to all the supporters of I Vegan Kitchen. We love Uno. So like I said, my thing is music, but music is just one part of it. It's a holistic movement. It's about like being our best self. So we have to, try to live good, do good, consume good, positive, vibrational foods that are good for us, that nourish us, and, try to create nourishing environments that are good for us and positive for us and for the youth them and for the next generation. So, we can have a brighter tomorrow because it is possible. If we, come together and strengthen each other, be there for each other, we can have a better life, a better future. We can make things better for the youth them if we do it as a community, if we do it as one. So we have to see ourselves in each other and, be able to put our little differences aside and just vibe on the things that we have in common, because we have so much more things in common than our differences. So we have to just focus, on the commonality. We're all human. We all have the same needs. Everybody needs somewhere to rest at night. Everybody needs food to consume and to, have clothes on their back. The youths them need to go to school. It's not new. We know about this stuff. We're all human. We all have the same needs. So how can we, work together to meet the needs of ourselves and our community in the best way? That's what it's all about. So it's a movement. So I hope you all, feeling that energy.
Me love this reasoning because your answer. My next question was going to ask is Messias in the music. That's why I was talking about the lessons that you bring forward. But how do you live it beyond that? And you answered the question already.
Ah,
So,
so you see, I
so
keep answering the question then before you even ask them, because we just, it's all about the frequency. Cause you got to be in tune with the frequency. You know what I mean? So yes, as we say, it's the music, but it's also about the movement. So it's about strengthening ourselves so we can strengthen each other and strengthen others, so that we can just all be our best and just live our best and just do our best and just look our best and just sound our best. And you know what I mean? Just our best. It's a best life. We are go for best life. That is it for everybody. And it's not gonna be easy. To feed the people and change the world, it's gonna take a budget. So that's why the entrepreneurship is important, and the learning about finance, and elevating our knowledge level as well, to higher heights of knowledge, so that we can do more and garner more resources, so that we can help more people with the resources that we're garnering. That is it.
true. It just because we want the people to see this is not just a music thing. This is a real liberty thing, you know?
Right, because this is not just something that we sing about, it's something that we live every day. Like, even back to the youth stem again with my youth stem, my youth stem, they were both born at home. They never had no injections, you know what I mean? Just natural youths, you know what I mean? Natural. They never had their hair combed, they never cut their hair, And I know, I live in Jamaica, right? So I know that the people that in Jamaica love the KFC. But you see, me and my youth, them, we're not gonna try it. I don't know what them having at a KFC there, because it seemed like it's very addictive and the people them love it. But, we're not trying it. We're good. Good over yourself. I just want to make sure my youth them is well-rounded and they know how to do certain stuff like Rastafari liberty is like, can you chop a jelly? Can you start a fire? Can you cook a bush? You know what I mean? These things are like important for life, and just being in touch with nature and being in touch with our like original.
It sounds
selves.
like you should start a YouTube series showing people these things there.
I want to do all of that stuff and have it all on YouTube, but I'm just working on figuring how to capture it all without also, taking away from the life and the experience of living, because, I love content, I love making content and stuff like that, but, one of these times we have to make sure that are we actually content? Like, we're making content, but are we content within ourselves? You know what I mean? So yeah. Look out for the YouTube. I'm working on it. Hopefully we can have some more blogs and things showing some of these experience and this Rasta lifestyle and the party lifestyle and the road lifestyle, and because our life it's a movie every day. I swear. I just need a team to help capture it, or some way to capture it myself. But me, I work on it. And these devices are great so that we can have moments like this and we can connect with people all around the world, and we can share our interests and our likes and build community virtually. But we have to also remember to just live our actual life and be in touch with the people around us. And nowadays, like, everybody's hooked onto their phone. You don't even look up, you don't even say hi to people anymore. You know what I mean? So we have to just keep the technology and use it to our advantage, because it's a tool. So we have to make sure that we use it and it's not using us. Crucial. Yeah, because at the same time, I don't want to spend my whole life trying to make content of my life and forget to live my actual life. So it's important to try to share, but also be present in the moment. And so it's all about finding that balance. So that's why we say balance, yeah. Them can't get me off, no.
So now we're gonna get to the music part. I just love to actually get to know the person before we kind of get, because I feel like with artists, everything is about the music. So, but really now as we're getting into it, what was the thing that inspired the eye to say, yo, this music thing is my calling, even before it was reggae?
Oh, well, me, I just actually always loved music. I was telling you a little bit about my life growing up as a young person. I was an only child, and like I said, my stepfather was violent and very, just draining and traumatizing. So music was my refuge. You know what I mean? Music was my best friend. Music was, always there for me, from day one. I remember listening to Bob Marley, listening to that Stir It Up and dancing and being a little pick-me. And, I just always loved music. And anytime I needed some support or some strength or some vibes, it was there for me. Press play, and you know what I mean? You're right there. So I always know I wanted to make my own music. It kind of took me a while, it took me a long time to get it together. And, I had my youth, so after raising my youths and stuff, but I made it happen though. We're outside, Tuff Like Iron music, sharing the creativity with the world, and, hopefully sharing a little inspiration, sharing a little blessings, and, making new connections. Yeah, so the whole mission of Tuff Like Iron music is just to show, myself and show others that, if you have a vision or you have a dream or you have a goal, just go for it. You know what I mean? Just do your best. Just show up and do your best every day, even if you just do a little bit. Even if it, you have to take a break for a week, even if you have to take a break for a month and come back to it. Just never give up on yourself, you know what I mean? Because whatever you want to accomplish and you put in the work, the Most High will bless you. I'm sure about that, you know what I mean? So just believe in yourself and just make sure to say, yeah, bother no matter what, I'm gonna show up for myself. That is it. Tough
Tune
like
in,
iron.
tune in, tune in. So the next question was, you traveled and performed all, no, I feel like all over the world.
Rastapreneur, you know I'm a psychic. No. Alright, the powers them turn up. So yeah, like this summer, it's been a great summer so far. Well, summer's over now, but you know I'm in California right now. It's still hot out here, still pretty summery over here. Yeah, so I always wanted to record my own music, and you know, big ups to my family Overdrive Over Evil that I linked up with. Been a couple years now, about 8-9 years ago we first linked up. I recorded the first song over there, and since then we've been traveling enough different places, working with enough different producers, different events. You know, it was a nice summer. I mean, it's still kind of summery over here in California, but we were at Reggae on the River, enough different events. We went to East Coast. So big ups to everybody on the mission, and just know if you have a vision, just move towards it, just work towards it, and show up, and don't give up. You know what I mean? Press the gas. There's still a whole bunch of places I haven't been to that I want to, you know, hopefully tour soon. You know, number one on the list, of course, Africa. I want to go to Ethiopia, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, you know, and some places in Europe as well. There's places in Europe that I would love to go, and I haven't been to Germany, France, England, you know, want to go to Japan. Konnichiwa. What's up?
Everyone telling me Japan. Maybe me and the I need to link up.
Let's
Everyone telling
go.
the I like,
Let's
yo,
go.
Rastafari jams need to reach there. So
So speaking of Japan, I've been doing my clothing line. You see, Tuff Like Iron clothing for many years. Even before I started doing the music, I was doing the clothing line. And so one time I did go to Japan, went out to Japan with the clothing, linked up with some of our buyers out there, and you know, just experience the culture and experience a new kind of vibration. So I love the energy, and I hope to, you know, return to Japan one day soon with the music and fashion and everything, you know, just the evolution of the whole process. You got to start practicing your Japanese though. Wakarimasu ka? Ingo ga hanashimasu ka?
so that's what I'm gonna call the I. I'm gonna call the number and say, yo, what is it you were just saying? Konnichiwa is the only one that me know.
Well, we're going to practice a little bit more before we go over there, because it's really nice to be able to connect with people in their own language, and that's what my things is all about, communicating with the people and connecting with the people around the world, you know what I mean? So Japan is definitely list. Just look up. I really love languages, so I love being able to talk to different types of people, and you know, hopefully open to learn some more languages still. Right now, I mostly just speak English, different styles of English. Regular American English, you know, different accents. And then we have Spanish. I speak Spanish. Hola, a mi familia internacional.
So may have two questions before we get into your current project, which is the third album called Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Streaming on all platforms for everybody just watching and listening right now. But I noticed that some would call you a reggae artist, but I would just call you an artist because I've noticed it's a fusion of like hip hop influence.
You know, that's just how it is, because I'm from Brooklyn. I was born in New York. It's a melting pot, you know what I mean? So we had a lot of different influences growing up. We had a lot of different Caribbean people that were from different countries, and we all kind of meshed together in one kind of vibe. And then somehow everybody is a bit Jamaican. No matter if you come from where you come from, everybody says stuff like Wagwan or Bumbaclot and different stuff like that, even if you're not Jamaican. So it's like one Caribbean culture kind of in New York. And then I love the reggae scene in New York because it was like a vibe where, you know, it's based on Jamaica. It's like energy from Jamaica, but you know, they have different people participating in the vibe. So the people might be from Trinidad, they might be from Grenada, they might be from Guyana, they might be from Europe or something. We got white friends, you know. One of my brethren was you know, I don't know if you know Ras Muhammad, but he's from Indonesia. He's a big reggae artist over there. He was in New York, so it has a big influence on people. The reggae scene in New York, it's fiery. It's, you know what I mean? It's the 15th parish. You know what I mean? We're outside.
Yeah, man, I have to represent Chicago. Me come from, so me always have to represent there. Even
I've never been to Chicago before. I always wanted to go out there. There's some people I really want to meet out there, and there's that one of my brethren lives out there. He's a rapper, Illuminati Congo. You know Illuminati Congo? Big up to Congo. But yeah, definitely always wanted to go to Chicago. We travel different places, you know. and it's always about, you know, spreading that vibe from Jamaica. But yeah, Chicago, look up.
So what I actually noticed too, in addition to the hip hop influence that I was talking about, is the fashion influence. Now you even talked about that you have your own line. What inspired you to get into fashion? You know.
Well, I just always liked fashion. You know, I kind of have the body type for it. I'm very tall and slim, and people always told me, "Oh, you should be a model. Oh, are you a model? Oh, you should do modeling." So when I was a teenager, I tried to do the modeling, but it was, you know, like they only kind of looking for one kind of look of people, and they don't really like. It wasn't like right now. I feel like it's more diverse. Like they have more representation now of different types of people in, you know, shows and commercials and advertising and stuff like that. But in those times, it wasn't really a thing. So although people would see me and maybe think I look interesting, I wouldn't really get any bookings. So that's also part of the reason I started my own clothing. I said, "Cho, only now make me muggle. Me can't muggle for myself, cause them can't get me out." You know what I mean? Nobody can get me out if it's my clothing line, and I can't get rejected or fired or anything. So you know what I mean? That's how I started it. Started the clothing line in Brooklyn, and you know, then it later on evolved into also including the music, Tuff Like Iron music, and you know, now we even doing the selecting alongside my selector, Callie Madden. You know, the goddess selector, Callie Madden. That's my DJ, and you know, I'm your femc. You know, it's all about the queens. Is the female sound team on the scene. You know what I mean? So yeah, we love the music, we love the fashion. Just one movement, on the oneness. You know, we do it. Yeah, you know, we're fully independent. They can't get me out of this. Cause I'm me started. Them never sponsored, so them can't put me out. What?
Yeah, man. Because I feel like sometimes get too deep into it, but man, get caught in waiting for other men in terms of politics. You know.
You see me, I'm a fire starter. I don't need nobody else to start the fire. Me will spark it. Me one can spark it. If you want to come and help, we can spark it together and we build an even bigger fire. But if nobody not show up, just know say me I go start the fire myself.
I got one more before we get into the album, and it's just like being an empress navigating in the reggae world. Have you found any challenges, or have you just found it's been mad support?
As an empress in the reggae, as a female artist, I would say it's definitely, you know, a lot of support from the kings and from the man them. But it's also just a challenge because it's like things are just not really set up for females. It's just like a lot of men. When you go to the studio, and man, producer, man, and then so you know it can be a little vibe sometime where people are focusing more on your looks or trying to date you or trying to get with you than the music and the works, and that can be very frustrating at times, you know, because I'm serious and I'm here to do my work, and you know it's nice to meet people and maybe you want to flirt with them sometimes or something, but me, I'm mostly just focus on my work. I'm a work me I do, you know. So yeah, it can be a little challenging, but for the most part, the man who I work with have been very supportive. People know say me is not really a play around person. I mean, I really play around, so they don't really try certain stuff with me. You know what I mean? But I think we need to create more environments for women in music and studio. We would love to have a studio for female artists to be able to come comfortably, where nobody not going to hit on them or make any kind of uncomfortable comments or try slap them body or something like that when they're trying to do their music. You know what I mean? Because they're just women just trying to do their thing. Load them and make them do them thing. You see? Because me, I know, you know, there's different kinds of people, you know what I mean? You're a man, I'm a woman, but you know, I just see myself as a human being having a human experience, trying my best to be my best and, you know, share some of this goodness with the world, and hopefully, you know, hopefully it work out. But I don't really, you know, into the man versus woman kind of thing too, you know what I mean? It's all about us being together and us being together as one. So you know, I'm promoting the oneness always. Oneness. So me, just, you know, through the way I grew up and everything, I was very independent and I believed in myself, because if I needed something done, I had to do it. So I don't have certain kinds of fear or certain insecurities that people have. I don't have no doubt in myself. I don't doubt myself. I am fully 100% sure about myself. I can't really speak for anybody else, but me know say me, I'll go show up and do my best, and that's why I know say it must work out. One of these days it must work out. You know what I mean?
Seeing faith over fear is the motto that
you say faith over fear. That is it. I just have no doubt. I just try to get stronger and stronger and strengthen my weaknesses and do better and be my best and be better than my best and do better than I did yesterday and keep showing up. You know what I mean? I have no fear. I have no doubt. I know I'm strong. I know I can achieve what I want. I know I'm capable. I have no insecurity. I have nobody standing in my way. It's me must make my thing work out, and the Most High bless me with everything I need to make it work out. You know, because me have a good heart, me have a good mind, me have a clean heart, me's a bless somebody in the world. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna make it happen, with or without whoever. You know what I'm saying? That is the energy. That is the mission. That is the movement. Tough like a iron. And that mistake.
You lead us directly into the next question, which is about the album. What was the inspiration behind the name Unbreakable?
Yes, because you know, as an independent artist, as a female artist, I'm not being put out by a big label or a big artist or a big camp. And I feel like sometimes people kind of look upon me and say, you tough like iron, you this one tough girl. I just feel like you can just take on the world just so you're gonna reach somewhere. Yes, I do. I can do it. Stop me if you're bad. Let me see you. I want to see you stop me because them never sponsor this, so them cannot stop this. You understand? That is it. So I try my best, regardless of what's going on around me, regardless of feelings or friends or family. I try to just show up and do my best, and I know that Rastafari will do the rest. You see it. So we stay, so we live. Blessed, blessed, blessed. And so I just keep moving forward, even if it's a small step. You know, even if I just really didn't feel good today, or I felt sick, or maybe I felt a little bit depressed, or, you know, I'm busy, or I have to run up and down and do different stuff. All I got to do is send out an email. I'm sending that email. I'm making that call. You know what I mean? I'm reaching out to that person. I'm showing up to that event. I'm grabbing for that microphone. You know what I mean? I'm going to make my voice heard. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to reach somewhere in my life, because on me. That is it. Independent. That's what it means.
I'm gonna lock in because really hearing the story. That's why I love these reasons. It's for I to get a interview, but I'm sharing it with the people then for them to get it same way. So because I get a interview like from Mortimer, Joshua. I mean, these are links now that we're starting to build just from doing this series. Where my thought was just
we
to
love it. We love this
get
series.
artists on here to share their stories so that the people them could get closer to them. I just want to give strength with them type thing. And off air, I'll get the thing so y'all don't have to worry about the links. The links will be below. So everything that she just talked about will be below in the video below when you see this video. So you can check them things out. She basically is a psychic because she kind of answered all of my questions. The voice of the one and only Tough Like Iron. The album Unbreakable is streaming on all platforms that she already told you right now. You can check it out on her website, toughlikeIron.org. Go check that out right now. Give thanks to everyone that's been a part of Reasoning with the Rastapreneur, the artist series. We enjoy to have her join us, enjoy to have you join us, and hope you continue to join us as we move forward. I am the Rastapreneur, and we give thanks for you being a part of Reasoning with the Rastapreneur, the artist series. This is episode number 4. Catch y'all the next time. Love and bless.